Hey, what's the deal, YouTube? It's your girl, Miss Honey. Welcome back to the channel. Welcome back. It is your girl here with another Greenleaf Season 4, Episode 4, A Common Enemy Review. Let's get into this episode. Now, y'all know I normally do my housekeeping, but I want to make sure I pull this here sermonette / review out for you guys fully. So let's get right into it. Grace done moved AJ down to Nashville. Got him in an old one-room efficiency. Okay, might be 2 rooms with the bathroom, but the bed is right there at the front door when you walk in. Okay, got him a little kitchenette or whatever. She trying to help him pull it together. She done went round to Ross and got him a couple of 2-3 things, a welcome mat and whatnot. And what do you think about this welcome mat? I mean, she just trying to ingratiate, just trying to let him know I'm behind you. I'm behind you. See, I done got you an air mattress. When a bed would have been better, but that's fine. Let's sell this air mattress store. So I got you an air mattress and a welcome mat, a couple of 2-3 pots and pans. He in the kitchen making waffles and chicken livers. I was like, oh, okay. What you know about waffles and chicken livers? I know you ain't making no grits. Okay. I know you ain't nestling them chicken livers down into some beautiful brown gravy, I know you ain't finna do that. Are you? You there? Okay, yeah. Well, see, one of his Foster's family, the Hurleys, the dad was a chef, and he taught him a couple of 2-3 things, and she lets him know, hey, something in common. Ray, Sophia's dad, is a chef. Oh yeah, I know. Well, how you know? I've been researching. Oh, okay. You've been researching, and he also been talking to Sophia, cause Sophia done showed up around there. Unannounced. She done got on the plane from Howard. Evidently, she got carte blanche to fly back and forth as many times as she wants to. Whatever she needs, she can do it. Okay, she can come out her mouth sideways at her mama if she want to, cause she there to show her mama how it's done. And later on, after she done cussed her mama up one side and down the other, if you will, she goes over to see AJ. Now, see, Grace learns that AJ and Sophia been talking. So Sophia knew that AJ was down in Nashville. Okay, they gonna take over. Her and AJ gonna run this thing. They gonna show Grace how it's done. Okay, see, because all the common sense is in Sophia's head. She's looked at this thing up one side and down the other, and she just don't see no reason why it can't be done like it's being done in her own head. All right, but we gonna talk about how she talked about Grace. But let's let's talk about it. Let's go ahead and talk about it. Now, her mama say, Sophia, you here? And she said, yeah. Well, I came to see my brother. You know he's here. Yeah, so that means y'all talking. Yeah, we talking. And don't worry about it. She said, well, sit down for a minute. I want to talk to you. I don't want to talk to you. I'm going to see my brother. I don't have time to talk to you. I don't want to talk to you. I don't want to talk about all the only reasons you brought him there is to keep your secret. So you got him stowed away here, and you're not gonna tell nobody. It's all a secret. What gives you the right? I don't understand. Grace is like, please let me just talk to you. I said no. I don't want to talk to you. She not hightailing it around there to AJ's apartment. They kidding and laughing, you know what I'm saying? We brothers and sisters and all that and everything. And it's still a little awkward. They sitting on the floor. She done brought her a sleeping blanket. Looked like she was planning to spend the night the whole time. He wants to offer her a little liquor. Now, because we learning that AJ has a propensity for drinking. Now, this is what I'm saying. We don't know Jack Daniels about AJ. Okay, we ain't took no time to run AJ through the system. We ain't looked at no paperwork. We ain't hired no private investigator to show us what's going on. Now, you got all this money. Have you even had a DNA test, Grace? We don't know about AJ. We're not saying AJ is not a valuable human being. We just don't know how broken AJ is and how that brokenness could affect your family. Sophia just noticed she talked to him on the phone and she got a feeling and she thinks she knows what's right to do at all times. Okay, Sophia has sat high on the mountain for a long time and looked down at all that she surveys. Now she thinks she's smarter than the average doggone bear. You so smart you ain't got to listen. You don't know if this boy will split your head open, okay, bring you this close to heaven and rape you blind. You have no idea how broken AJ is. Okay, we see AJ one last time. He coming into that apartment. He looking lonely as hell. Now Sophia took a nap there, spent the night or whatever there on his floor. He covered her up trying to look like a good brother. But the drink he poured for her and she turned down, he put it in his cup. So he drank his drink and her drink too. Okay, AJ's a drinker. Last time we see him in the episode, he is drinking. Okay, out of brown paper bag and looking lonely and sullen. I said, oh, I wonder what he is like when he get enough of that brown liquor in him, baby. But we gonna see. We gonna see. We gonna see. Grace, you are really headed starting off on a good foot with this thing. Okay, but let's move forward. Okay, Grace also talks with Bob. Bob want her to go around there and see the pastor of Fairview. Now Fairview was one of House of Hell's rocking churches. Okay, it's right up the road. It's an all-white church. Okay, and they used to have 1,500 members every service, but now they down to like 200-ish. Okay, he wants her to go over there and convince the pastor of Fairview to bring all of the lily white members of Fairview over there to the melanated congregation of Calvary, aka House of Hell. And Grace is like, I don't understand. Now, we got a program over here. We got a program over here. Okay, yeah. And I'm not sure how that's gonna work. I'm not sure how people gonna take it. Bob was like, well, just talk to him and see what you think. He won't Grace to convince the pastor of Fairview. Well, Grace, of course, runs this by her parents, and they have decided this is not good. You bring it. First of all, the people ain't gonna go for this. Connie must not know this. And then May said, well, maybe she do, because Connie will say, oh, she said Connie love a good check. She liable to do any doggone thing. You know how May is. And they tell her to go over and talk to the pastor, but just know, Bishop say this got to be about money. Bob is all about the almighty dollar. If it ain't no money in it for him, then he's not gonna do it. If he's doing this, it's because it's gonna bring him a little lucci. Don't sound like to me he gonna make any one of us head over this church, especially if he bringing in this other pastor. It makes perfect sense. Grace gonna let him know when she get back. Now she go over to see the pastor at Fairview. Okay, and when she get over there to see the pastor at Fairview, she finds a man who is a bit weather beaten. Okay, he's frayed at the edges. Okay, first of all, he is being diminished and devalued and sunned by President Bob every chance he can get. He had a grand idea to bring some other things together, some other churches and things of this nature, and he had, just a really good plan together. And Bob told him, stay on the paper. And Grace was like, stay on the paper? Yeah, stay on the paper. Okay, pup. Son. Huh? Okay, you ain't ready to walk. You need to crawl a little bit longer. Okay, you ain't ready to go outside by yourself. Get on the pad, get on the paper. He sunned him. Oh, how humiliating. Now, it's right along the lines of how he doing Phil. But we gonna talk about Phil. We gonna talk about Phil. Huh? Okay. So, she talked to him and they don't want to come over there either. They like where they are. They got they situation set up and everything, and he feels like he can turn it around if he can just, and Grace was just like, I understand. Now, will she go back and tell her mama, about the pastor when May finds out what the man has said? She has already went round there and had lunch with Phil. Okay, and she not with Phil, with Bob, and she tells Grace, you better get it together. You know this is what you supposed to be. If you don't do it, who gonna do it? You got to think about the family and stop thinking about yourself. Find a way to squash this and keep this from happening. Grace is like, why don't I just pray and ask the Lord to show me? Do you want to save this family? What about this family? We will never get this church back if you don't figure this out. I know it's a way out of no way, and you better find out what that way out of no way is. I mean, basically, just let's Grace have it once again, like she did when she came from over there at Misty's house, right? And Grace just don't understand. She just like, you got some nerve. You got some nerve, okay? But it comes to her, the sermon that she must preach on Sunday, okay? And she goes, baby, and she gives that sermon. Woo, 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 woo. Baby, she walks to and fro and kicks a leg and throws her hand up and waves her arm and talks about the 12 tribes of Israel and Pharaoh and Moses, and how did Moses convince the 12 tribes to come together, and do this bloody act of smearing the firstborn lamb, the blood on the doors, How do you convince 12 different tribes that this is what they must do to see God's plan out? What kind of person could do this? It was God that did it. Moses was just the catalyst, but it was God. And how did God do it? He used Pharaoh. Oh, Pharaoh, aka Bob, right? She preaching. The people love it. Oh, they have rallied themselves. Yes. Preach, amen. I mean, the crowd is rumbling. She's got them worked up, baby. She is giving all of it. Bob is even impressed. I've never heard Moses used as in this manner. He leans over and tells Phil. Now Phil looking at her like, I wish your wig would catch on fire. How dare you get up here and show me out? I was hoping that at the very least you couldn't preach, but you can preach too. You're beautiful, you're smart, you got money, and you can preach. Oh, she's a formidable foe, Phil. She's a formidable foe. Bob says, very, very on brand. See, he a corporation. He's got a corporation mentality. He's got an overseer mentality and overtaker's mentality. But we gonna talk about it. So Grace brings it home and she just says, woe be unto anybody who thinks they can divide us. They can come in, okay, and have their way with the people of God. Rise up, baby. Boy, what I tell you, that doggone Bob was so mad after church. Grace round there talking to May and Bishop, and Bishop and May both gave her kudos. May said, well done. Now, she was holding Bishop at bay. Bishop, you slow down now. Don't get too excited around here. We want people to show know how the Greenleafs is moving around here. Calm yourself, okay? And then she tells Grace, well done. And Grace is happy until Phil walks up. Phil says, Bob wants to see you in my office. In your office? Yes. Sooner rather than later. She rolled her eyes as she walked past Phil and go in there, and Bob lets her have it. First things first, let's talk about what your place is. If you ever, I will not. I am in charge, and you are just an employee. Okay, this office, this desk, the robes you wear, all of it is a loaner. That's your uniform. You clocks in and out around here. Okay, your checks. Those checks are cut down there at House of Hell's accounting office. Okay, all right. It ain't nothing but a thing for me to get rid of you, your sister, your brother, your mama, the whole lot of you. Do it again. Do it again. And see, won't I kick your behind out of here? And Grace is like, oh yeah, see, Grace, you thought they needed you. You thought they needed you. You did. Oh, okay. So anyway, yeah. It's a whole mess. It's a whole mess. Okay. So now let's move on to May. Now May, Bishop done got a call. One of their friends around there in Atlanta, the husband off on missions, and they having a guest speaker come to the church to preach on Sunday. Or soon. And Bishop thinking about going down there. He bring it up to May, and May tell him, why would you leave now? We are in the fight of our lives. Why are you out here gallivanting around? What's wrong with it, May? You don't need to be out here. She mad because it ain't her that's being called to preach. See, now she thought that sermon that she did around there at Lady May Day opened the doors to the heavens. She really does. She thought people's hair started growing back after she preached it. She thought that plants started to grow, okay? And the sick was healed, okay? The lame began to walk. The dead rose when she preached that sermon. I mean, she really thinks so highly of herself. She is sure that it is her time to preach, to lead. Okay? And so anything Bishop come up with, she poo-poos it. She dismisses it. Okay? And he tells her, listen, sex or sermons. Now, you ain't over here getting on top of this rod and this staff. You ain't offering no comfort to your boy. Okay? So I need to get out here and get work and get my mind right. Okay, when Grace walk in and tell them about this whole Fairview situation, they come together for that moment to give Grace some very good advice, a reason. And what are we talking about here? What are we working with? What's going on? This is what you need to find out. You know. Okay. And May brings it up again. You still think it's time? It's the perfect time for you to go gallivanting around here and preaching sermons? And Bishop was like, May, first of all, cool out. It ain't but one sermon one Sunday. Let it go. Okay. That, but May, it ain't good enough for May. It just is not. It isn't. She feels as though she knows the right way to do everything. Okay. She feels like she knows exactly what needs to be done. Okay, so she's slipping and sliding behind Bishop and Grace's back, and she goes and invites Bob to lunch. And he comes in with the charm. Okay, and she lays on her charm, and she lets him know right away. Now, why would you think about bringing this church in? I don't understand that. Now, we have a rich history here with black people and our culture and our way and everything. I don't understand why you would try to bring this other thing in here. It's just gonna mess everything up. It's gonna wreck everything. And Bob is like, boy, you sure do get to the point. And she was like, yeah, it's a gift. Okay, he gonna drag it out. May's good looking. Okay, he wants to order lunch so they can talk over food. She's gracious. Okay, she lays it on him, and Bob tells her, listen, this is in today's world, everybody is mixing. Now, I think the word mixing is weird here. Why wouldn't he say blended? It seems like a more favorable word. It seems as though it would really speak to a person who was talking about something that is good and right and is truly on his heart to do. Blended seems like a better word. But he said they mixing everywhere. I said, oh, mixing. Come on, Trump administration. Fell right out of his mouth. Bloop, 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 bloop. Okay, so May still trying to convince him. He said, listen, it's no need in you going on with this. because we can't tell nobody what to do. We can't make people change their mind, force them to do something they don't want to do. Okay, and it shuts her up. But meanwhile, he tells her he got the sermon she messaged over. Evidently, she sent him a video, a DVD of the sermon she did on Lady May Day. And he said Grace didn't get that preaching from her daddy. She got it from you. And she's in, I said to myself, you gonna mess around and end up canoodling with this man. Okay? And it's gonna be real, real bad for you, May. Okay? Now, you know you got to keep them hoish ways at bay. You know you got to keep them hoish ways at bay. Okay? After she go meet with old Bob, she goes back there and talks to Grace. Okay? Let's Grace have it. And Grace don't agree. I thought we could at least agree on something. Just to think. I just thought we could agree on something. I said, y'all agreed to keep the secret that you whorish, okay, and cheated on your husband with his best friend and got pregnant with a whole baby and then sold that baby as his own flesh and blood all the days of her life until you was found out just a few weeks ago. Y'all did agree to keep that. That is a point of agreement. Is it not, May? I'm getting about sick of you. I'm getting about sick of your self-righteousness. I'm getting about sick of it. Okay? So Phil tells her no. She tells Grace. Grace is like, why would you do this? I don't understand. Why would you go in? It don't matter. I have to make sure things are straight for our family in this church. Ain't nobody listening to me. That's fine. So Sophia's tiptoeing out after she done went and spent the night around there at AJ's. Now, she told Zora she was going to help her with the little lambs. The lambs are divey. She done fell asleep around there on AJ floor, and Sophia had to get started on the project herself. So when she come in, Sophia, and bring Sophia a cheesecake, Sophia don't want that cheesecake. Sophia feel like cussing, and she called Grace. Same thing. Called Sophia a lying bee. And Sophia was like, why would you say that? Because that's how she talked to you, girl. That's how she talked to you. Okay? Yeah. While you running around here giving everybody a pass, talking to kindness and offering everybody a cool drink of water out your hand, but at the same time, you slapping your mama with the other hand. Meanwhile, Zora ain't showing you no respect. She don't care what you was doing. You stink and you lied. Okay, so now she headed on back to the airport. She trying to tiptoe out the big house and see her grandmama. And her grandmama is frantic. I didn't even know you was here. Nobody told me. What's going on? I'm so upset. I have so many questions. Come sit down. I've got to get to the airport. At least tell me what's going on. I can't tell you what's going on. And she act like she is just so torn. She is just so torn. I was like, Sophia, you so doggone. Ooh, you self-righteous as hell, girl. You self-righteous as hell. And you just can't hold it together for nothing, huh? You can't hold it together for nothing. Now, all that time you kept Zora's secrets. When Zora was sneaking out and Zora was doing drugs and Zora was having sex, you didn't say nothing to nobody about it. Not one mumbling word. Okay? Until Zora got to the point where she was about to be really, really, really hurt. Then you said something. But this secret your mama got, you can't even begin to take a moment and see your mama's side. You won't even listen to your mama. You won't even talk to your mama. You won't show your mama no kindness at all. You have decided judge, jury, and executioner. She tell May, when May pressed her, she said, ask mama, she knows. Now Grace coming on down the steps. Grace, make her stay. Like, what is going on? What is happening? Grandmama, I got to go. And she give her a hug, and then she walk Grace off a few feet out of earshot. and tell Grace that she's leaving and she ain't coming back until Grace tell the truth. She said, I won't tell your secret. I'll never tell it, but I won't lie. Now, Grace, I don't know why you not cutting her credit cards off. Okay? You ain't got to never come back here if you don't want to. I'm just being honest with you. Listen, we're going to talk about that at the end. I don't want to go through all that right now. So, then she tries to get Grace to tell her what's going on, and Grace don't want to talk about it. Okay? This when Grace learned that her mama done went behind her back and talked with Phil. Okay? And I talked with Bob. Oh, okay. See, you think you know so much, May. You think that you sit at the right hand of the Father, that he ain't talking to nobody but you. All right. So let's talk about Charity. Phil see Bob in the hallway after Bob done came from talking to Grace about Fairview. And Bob tells Phil about Grace going to meet with Fairview and try to bring him over. And Phil want to know, should I sit in on that meeting? And he tells him no. Well, Phil feels some type of way because Phil feels like Grace has taken a place of importance above him in Bob's company hierarchy. She trying to show me up. You forgot about me. You forgot about you supposed to give me a church. Huh? Okay. So he tells him, what about that sermon you was writing for me, Phil? I sent it back to you. Oh, you didn't care for it now? It just wasn't me. Well, why don't you write it if you wanted to be you? And I'm going to tell y'all this. You know, it's a lot of pastors, bishops, preachers out here that don't write their own sermon. Most of the time, and I'm just being honest, the wives write it. Okay? And that go for their PhDs, their bachelors, their associates, their certifications. Okay? A lot of times, it's the wives. It's the first ladies that's taking the classes. It's the first ladies that's doing the homework. It's the first ladies that's writing the sermon. Now, this much I know to be true a lot of times. You got a lot of pastors that ain't out here waiting for the Lord to send them a word. Instead, they having impassioned speeches written for them, and then they come and be the face of the speech. But I digress. After he realizes that Bob is just treating him like a flunky, a do-boy, an assistant, okay, he goes to see Charity. She ain't there practicing the song. He go to see Charity and he tells her, I need you to get me something on Grace ASAP. But why? What's going on? Neither one of us are going to be pastors unless you get me something on Grace. Okay, I said to myself, Charity, he won't even put a hand on your shoulder. He not even touching your hand gently. Okay? He's not showing you any type of affection. He takes whatever anxiety and fears and insecurity and low self-esteem that Bob continually beats and browbeats into him, and he brings it to your doorstep. And instead of seeing you as a place of love and comfort and support, he sees you as a tool, the same tool that Bob sees him as. And you too stupid to realize it. So she go around there to Corinne, the strong-armed Corinne, to get some dirt out of Corinne. Now, just straight up lying. She's talking about she got a man that she want to introduce Grace to, but she want to make sure it ain't somebody else so she won't get his hopes up. Now, Corinne can't be so stupid as to know that you found an eligible man and you ain't trying to keep that eligible man for yourself. That should have been red flag number 1, Corinne. And she tells her, what about Darius? No, he's out. What about Noah? I know he was here. What was he here for? He was here for something, but what? He's married, Charity. But what was the something he was here for? You gonna tell me or not? And so Corinne tells her, not. And don't ask me again. Finally, Corinne. Finally. revolutionary. Huh? Stand up for yourself. Stand up for your job. Stand up for your boss. Like, girl, come on. And you gonna let the likes of Charity hoodwink you into losing your job and the self-respect of people you have known for years? So Charity goes back around to her office, and when she get to her office, she thinking about what she gonna do, and she does something that makes me want to slap her face. I'm talking about slap her face. My mama used to say, I'll slap your jaws till they ring like fire bells. I wanted to slap Charity's jaws, baby, till they ring like fire bells. She calls Noah's house. Okay, she gon' pick his brain, see what he can tell her. Gets the voicemail, starts talking on the voicemail, hemming and hawing. She realized she done come too far to go back, and she tells him, how dare you come down to Calvary and don't speak to me? This is Charity, call me back, bye. I was like, you idiot, you idiot. And then before Grace does a sermon, she's standing up there with Hope. Oh, Lily White Hope. And I was wondering if she was married or not. You know, this Bob's daughter. And she had a ring on, a nice size rock. So I'm assuming she is married now, to whom I do not know. But Hope is just singing in the regular old deranged psychotic cultish way. La 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 la, drink the Kool-Aid, drink the Kool-Aid. And Charity is like, drink from the cup, drink from the cup. Okay, she putting that wine and spin on it. Okay, she in the chorus just la 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 by. Charity's got a beautiful voice anyway. And she trying to keep her distance from Hope, but Hope is front of the crowd. She trying to bring her in. Smile, camera up. She's an old miserable soul. You know what, Charity? I'm gonna tell you something. It's a doggone shame. It's a doggone shame that you choose evil instead of good. Now, anything else somebody asks you to do, we can't get you to put your all into it. But you search the four corners of your mind as to how you can book stuff up for your entire family. Or you put your backbone into that. You working overtime on that, Charity, huh? You clocking in and staying clocked in, okay? You working straight through the holidays to do what Phil asked you to do. Where's your son? Let's move on. Let's talk about Jacob and Carissa. Jacob and Carissa down there talking with the man who gonna buy the property. Okay, and he's a good looking man. And he is dressed very nicely. Jacob has conceded. Carissa wins. No matter what his daddy told him, he has decided he's going to sell. And they closing on Sunday. They see the property. They think it's going to be this whole grand. It ain't going to be yours. What he think about building ain't going to be yours. It's going to be his. Okay? Okay. So, Carissa all in. She don't care. He won't close on Sunday. Do y'all do business on Sabbath? I said, Sabbath? Do you know the word, sir? It's a kind of a religious thing to say. What's your back? I just was thinking about that. I said, well, why would he say Sabbath? Instead of y'all, do you mind doing business on the weekend? He says Sabbath. I said, oh, okay, so he know a little bit about the word. He know a little bit about the things of the Christian lifestyle. Oh, okay. All right. She don't mind. She don't mind having champagne in the middle of the day. They shake hands and she see his cufflink. It's a beautiful cufflink. Jacob, this could be your style. And Jacob was like, they fine. Yeah, I guess. They nice. Later on, she in the house diddy bopping around. She is just so proud of herself, baby. They gonna close on Sunday. May come in, and May reminds her, oh, I see you and Jacob Done went round there and sold that property against Bishop's best advice. Oh, she is sitting on cloud nine because I'm going to be able to get out of this house and get out of from under y'all eye and have our own everything. Okay, she's getting some paperwork together and printing and doing a couple of things because she's got to go meet with Phil. Phil wants to talk to her about the school that she done put together. Let's pick a brain about a couple of things. Okay, and May is like, let me run and have Marisol run out and get another cartridge of ink. I know how you hate to wait for things. Oh, ooh, yeah, out here running around half cocked. Later on, she go and meet with Phil, and they barely have a conversation when she noticed that he wearing the same cufflinks as the man that they selling the property to. And she asked him, what about the cufflink? Well, turns out this is a trinket that Bob gives his minions. The minions that are just higher up, like a multi-level marketing thing. They Gold Club members, so all the Gold Club members get cufflinks. All the gold star sellers, marketers. Okay. And she realized something is up. Calls Corinne, Nadine, who is the realtor, and she wants her to check into the property, check into the buyer, and see who's backing the buyer. And she finds out on Sunday, after Grace's sermon, standing in line with her husband, she gets a call from Nadine, and Nadine confirms that it's House of Hell who is backing the buyer for the land. And Nadine said, now listen, if you don't want to do this, tell me now, because I'm trying to get the closing done in a few hours. And Carissa said, no, we'll be there. Jacob said, what's going on? You sound like it's something wrong. Oh, nothing. She don't even tell him. That's one time. That's one time. Oh! But the bell's gonna ring thrice. The cock's gonna crow at least thrice, right? Okay. Nadine gave you a chance to get out of it. You didn't do it. Cock rang the second time. Okay. Jacob asked you what's going on, what's wrong. You don't say a word. Cock rings 3 times after Jacob signs. She is the last signature. And after she pauses for what seems like an eternity, she signs. 3 times the cock crows. You had an opportunity, Miss Lady, to turn back, okay? And in the words of Bugs Bunny, you just dumb. And dumb spelled backwards. No. That's not what he say. In the words of Bugs Bunny, your name is Mud. And mud spelled backwards is dumb. Oh, yes. Oh, yes. You just sold your souls, ma'am. You just not only sold your husband's dream and plan for that land to be a part of the community, okay, but you also sold the one thing of true value that your family owned, and you did so with both eyes open, knowingly. We don't like you no more, Carissa. We don't like you no more, okay? And we gonna work as hard as we can to get rid of your behind. I hope Jacob lets loose on you like none other. I hope he casts you down the Lodi bar. I started to say with the sodomites, but I didn't want to offend anybody who might be in the sodomy. Ooh, it's low down. It is low down. I can't wait. I can't wait till they set your eyebrows on fire. You and Charity both. Okay? I want to go get me 3 switches and braid them together and get the back of both of y'all legs. Okay, listen. Grace comes on in after she done got that tongue lashing from Bob, takes her shoes off and gets a call from Noah. Well, Isabel done put him out. Why? Because Charity Doofus, dumb behind, done called around there and let the girl know that he was down there at Calvary. She put him out. And you told her. This is what Grace said. I had to tell her. It was better than what she was thinking. She was thinking I was down here giving you the one-eyed wonder weenie. I had to tell her otherwise. And she put me out anyway because we can't have children. And to find out I got a son from you was a bit too much. What are you going to do, Noah? I'm moving back to Nashville to be with my son. Your chickens are coming home to roost, Grace. Your chickens are coming home to roost. You need to gather your family and tell them the truth. Okay? It don't matter that Charity gonna tell Phil. It don't matter, honeybees, and I'm gonna tell you why. Because Phil gonna find out anyway. And if he find out and Grace has not let people know, then it is a weapon. If she go ahead and let people know, it is a shield. Take her power back. Huh? Can't nobody spill your own tea. You tell it. You tell it, girl. Tell it. And get your son some help. He a drunk. He a whole drunk out here. Get your daughter some help. Okay? She need counseling. Because she done turned out to be downright mean. That's Greenleaf, y'all. Y'all tell me what you think. Put it down below. And until next time. Oh, wait. If you're new to my channel, go ahead and hit that subscription button. Don't forget the thumbs up. Hey, Miss Honey. And comment down below. Until next time, honeybees. Mwah, mwah, mwah. I'll holla.